Namaskaram, Subhodayam to all. Welcome to the webinar of the Veda Samskruti Samiti. Today again we have the webinar on Shodasa Sanskaras by Dr. Tangirala Somanch Visalakshi garu or Somanch Tangirala Visalakshi garu. So we'll start the webinar with Vande Mataram, followed by Prardhana by Krishna Kumari garu. Okay. Vande Mataram, Vande Mataram, Sujalam Sufala, Malaya Jasitalam, Sasya Syamalam Mataram, Vande Mataram. Subrajosna pulakitayamini pullakusumita drumadala shobhini suhasini sumadhura bhashini sukhadam varadam mataram vande mataram. Vande Mataram.
Sarvebhyah Namaskara.
Namaskar.
Maintain silence for 2 minutes. Omkaram for 3 times. Om Gananam Tva Ganapatigam Havamahe Kavim Kavinam Upamasravastamam Jeshtarajam Brahmanam Brahmanaspata Anasprunvannotibhisida Sadanam. Om Shri Mahaganadhipataye Namaha. Om Prano Devi Saraswati Vajebhirvajinipati Dhinam Mavitryavatu. Om Shri Mahasaraswatyai Namaha. Gurureva Gati Gurumeva Bhaje Gurunaiva Sahasmi Namo Gurave Na Guru Param Sisurasmi Guru Matirasti Guru Mam Pahi Guru Jnananandamayam Devam Nirmalaspatika Krutim Adharam Sarva Vidyanam Hayagrivam Shruti Smruti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Pada Shankaram Loka Shankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Kesavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Krute Vandaye Bhagavantau Punah Punaha Iswaro Gururatmeti Murti Vibhagane Vyoma Vyomavadvyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha Asato Asatgamya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrutyorma Mrutangamaya. Om Shanti 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 Matrudevo Bhava पितृदेवो भव, आचार्य देवो भव, देवो भव। ॐ सहना भवतु, सहनौ भुनक्तु, सह वीर्यं करवावहै, तेजस्विनाम् अवधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। శుభోదయం.
నమస్కారం అండి, ధన్యవాదాలు. Now I request Dr. Visalakshi garu to continue the webinar, please.
ఓం శ్రీ మహాగణాధిపతయే నమః. ఓం శ్రీ పార్వతీ రాజరాజేశ్వరాభ్యాం నమః. ఓం శ్రీ మేధా దక్షిణామూర్తయే నమః. ఓం శ్రీ మహాసరస్వత్యై నమః. ఓం శివాయ గురవే నమః. ఓం నమః శివాయై చ నమః శివాయ. ఓం నమః శివాయ. Now we have completed 5 samskaras out of Shodasa samskaras. Now sixth samskara is Nishkramanam. Nishkramanam means coming out. The baby stayed for more than 9 months in the womb of the mother. Then it would be difficult for the baby to see the light and outside the environment. So the baby would feel comfortable and protective when the mother holds the baby with both the hands and hugs to the heart. So all that time, sir, sounds are coming. Now at that time, the baby experiences the warmth and love of mother, which it experienced when it was in the mother's womb. So feels very comfortable when they take and hug the baby, mother or father, mostly mother. Slowly the baby gets used to the light in the room, in the bedroom where the baby is kept, and gets accustomed to that atmosphere. Now, after staying in the rooms of the house for 3 months and growing little by little, the baby begins to recognize the faces of the mother, the father, and also the baby again recognizes the touch of the mother, the face of the mother. It recognizes and smiles and becomes very comfortable with the touch and smile and seeing the face of the mother, then father, then slowly all family members, relatives, etc. also who come there. And the baby starts to notice the outside articles, objects also. So after the completion of 3 months, when the 4th month enters, on the same day, the same tithi, not the same day, the same tithi when the baby was born. So on the same tithi when the baby was born, the baby should be taken out for the first time to the Yajna Shala, because ours is Yajna Samskruti, where Agnikarya would be performed by the parents, mother and father, under the guidance of priests and Brahmins, keeping the baby on their lap. So they perform this ritual for the safety and health of the child. There they pray gods, Ishta Devatas, Kula Devatas, Navagraha Devatas, and also all Panchaputa Adhisthana Devatas, etc. To please all the gods and to keep the baby safe from the planets, Navagrahas, and also Bala Arista Grahas, Bala Arista, and also Naradrushti Dosha Pariharartham also. And also to get the favor of all the gods, they perform all such rituals and worship yaga. Thus the priest makes the Yajamani perform certain yajnas and blesses the couple and the baby. The parents of the child should please the priest with puri dakshinas, and then should give shadrasopeta bhojana with all panchapakshas to all the relatives, and should honor them with chandana, gantha, tambula, etc. Thus, when for the first time the baby is brought to Yajna Shala, that should be exposed, then the baby should be exposed to the sun god, the rays of the sun, and they should pray Surya Bhagavan to bless the child and to give longevity, luster, and intelligence, methas. Then in the evening, they should take the child to any nearby park to make the baby enjoy the cool breeze of nature and the greenery of the green plants and flowers that are there in the park. So the main purpose of this ritual is to make it a habit for the baby to come out of the house into the lap of the nature, so that the baby starts developing the capacity to withstand the outside atmosphere. The clean, fresh air would be good for health also. So this ritual is also performed to protect the child from balagrahas, who normally attract small children, so that the baby does not have to suffer from the evil planets and the baby receives the blessings of nature. Sun rays are useful for the development of longevity and physical fitness, and body becomes very strong. Sri Krishna Paramatma said in Bhagavad Gita, Yet Shastra Vithim Utsrujya Vartate Kamakarataha Nasa Siddhim Avapnoti Na Sukham Na Param Gatim. Na Sukham Na Param Gatim. So whoever lead their lives without following the methods given in the Shastras and behave as they wish according to their will and wish can never obtain any happiness in the lives, and also they can never get liberation also. Parangati means moksha. So we all should know what is said in the Shastra and follow that. Gita Charya also said, Tasmat Shastram Pramanam Te Karya Karya Vichakshane. Whenever any doubt arises as to what to do, how to do, we should refer to the Shastras. Upanishad also said, Aluksha Dharma Kama Kasyuhu. That is, we should know from those who are aware of those things and Shastras. So them we can consult and know and clear our doubts. So all of us should lead our full lives as per the rights given in our Shastras by our ancient sages, Maharshis, and follow the Shodasa Samskaras, mold the children, mold the child as benefactors to the society, and we should get salvation through our virtuous children. Now, the seventh samskara is Annaprashana. Annaprashana is the sacrament which is celebrated as a festival, and also actually Annaprashana, Anna means other to eat, that which is being eaten, that which eats and that which is eaten is Anna. Prashana is pra-ashana. Ashana is eating. So eating the food for the first time. So it is feeding the rice to the newborn baby for the first time after birth. Other than milk, something is given. So by Annaprasana ritual, the child gets health, longevity, and intelligence. So as said, Anna means food, that which is eaten. Especially cooked rice is called as Annam Bayas. So Prasana is eating. Annaprasana is that samskara in which some solid food other than mother's milk is being given to the baby for the first time after praying all the gods and making that food as prasada of Paramatma. Without doing Annaprasana according to the Shastra method, Shastropta method, the children should never be allowed to eat anything, swallow anything other than mother's milk. So if mother's milk is not sufficient, cow milk can be given. But other than the milk, nothing should be given to the baby. So Annaprasana Samskara should be performed on the 6th day of 6th month. So the parents of the baby should take sankalpa, sarvada mrishtana praptyartham, sarva kamyartha siddhyartham, annaprasana karma karishye, karishyami, karishyavaha. Also they can say both of them are doing. So I shall do annaprasana karma to my child for obtaining good, delicious food throughout the life. So for the attainment of all desires. So saying for the first time, such a food should be kept in the mouth or on the just tongue of the baby. So that food which is yajna prasada or havishya anna, which is to be offered to the god, should be cooked with cow milk, mixed with jaggery and also honey. That should be kept in a silver bowl. After offering that to Ishtadevatas, Kuladevatas, and worshipped gods, and that which is like thick juice. Rice means it's not like rice which we eat, elders eat. So it is just like a thick juice that should be given to the baby with golden ring without stones. So we must take a golden ring without stones, dip it in that and touch it to the tongue of the baby. The father should keep the baby on his lap. Either mother or maternal uncle, Menamama as we say, should first keep that Paramanam Gujju, we say in our Telugu, 4 times on the lower lip or the tongue or on the tongue of the baby. While the priest is reciting the mantras, later the mother, father, grandparents and all near relatives also can feed the child mildly and bless the child to live long. Now in the Dharma Grantha called Kalamrita, it is said, Annaprasanam arphakasya subhadam masyeva yugme shuphe shashtathavatha panchamadi divase mase vadhunam grupe. This Annaprasana ceremony should be done in the house of the baby's maternal grandmother. That is the mother's mother. So, Ammamma. In this Annaprasana, if this Annaprasana ceremony is performed on the 6th day of 6th month, then we need not have to see for any good muhurta or so. Otherwise, we must see for an auspicious day for the boy babies in the even months and for girl babies on odd months, seeing good auspicious day. So this samskara can be done on Monday or Wednesday or Thursday or Friday also, and either on Vidya or Tadiya or Panchami or Saptami Tithi or Dashami is more important, or Trayodasi and Chaturdasi before Paurnami we can do. It should not be done on Navami Tithi, says Shastra, and also on Chaturdasi before Amavasya is not good. So seeing good nakshatra for the baby and father, the muhurta should be fixed either on Sampatara or Kshematara or Sadhanatara or Mitratara and Paramamitratara. But mostly all people perform Annaprasana on 6th day of 6th month. Shanmasa Shashta Divase Kuryad Annaprasanam, says Shastra. So for doing Annaprasana, the baby must have got the teeth by that time, they say. So mostly by 6th month, the teeth will not come. Normally by 8th month, 9th month, it starts developing. So even then on 6th day of 6th month, we can do it because we are giving only very thick but very lucid milk-like item only. So it is only when the teeth come, a little solid food can be fed to the baby. So if the milk teeth start to fall very late, then a new teeth also come very late, then those teeth would be very strong and will remain there, stay there lifelong, and span of life also increases. So therefore it is advised to do Annaprasana on 6th day of 6th month, but directly rice or hard thing should never be given to the baby. The baby should be fed only with liquid foods and juicy foods. Ferrets, etc., powders may be mixed in the milk and can be given. So we perform this on 6th day itself, 6th day of 6th month itself. Slowly, month after month, that diet can be modified. Rice, dal, vegetables may together be cooked in a cooker very nicely, and we must smash it well. Add a little salt for the taste, and also we should add plenty of cow ghee and honey also. Honey also should be added. Honey is for health also and for tasty to the baby. So when the baby is in the womb of the mother, they say God pours life to that baby during the entrance of 6th month. That is why then onwards that baby may take amniotic fluids, womaniru, etc. And that enters the stomach of the baby, and that defect still remains a little in the stomach. So that should go out. The baby needs energy. So in the Sankalpa of Annaprasana, they say, Garphamalambupana dosha nivrutyartham, for the removal of the defect of drinking the dirty water of the womb, the delicate body of the baby, especially the stomach, liver, digestive system, should get purified and be strengthened. And baby should develop the capacity to digest the outside food. So till that time, the baby should drink mother's milk only. Mother's milk is like nectar to the children. So it gives strength to the body and increases resistance of the body. So even after Annaprasana, the mother should give her milk to the baby as long as the milk comes, or at least for 1 year, full 1 year milk should be given. So while doing Annaprasana, everyone follow their own traditions or customs. Some do with payasam, some do with curd rice, payasana, some do with curd rice, dathi kruta yuktam, they say. So mix the rice, very well cooked rice mixed with cow ghee, honey, and also a little dathi also would be added. So Bodhayana Maharshi, Asvalayana Maharshi, and Keshi, etc., sages, they say in Grihya Sutras that curd should be mixed in the cooked rice. Even in Apastamba Grihya Sutras also, it is said, Dathi Mathu Krutodanam. Dathi means curd, Mathu, honey, Kruta, cow ghee, Vodanam, cooked rice. Because the dathi means curd, I said curd purifies lives and gives luster to the body. Honey got medicinal power. It removes vata, pitta, kapha of the body and also glorifies the body, gives luster. The honeybees collect the honey, that is, honeybees collect the makaranda of different flowers and they store it at a certain place, and then honey will be prepared out of the makaranda of all different flavors. So this honey got the power of nature in it. Cow ghee is very useful and powerful, having herbal power. Ayur Krutam, we say. Cow ghee itself is span of life. Krutena varthate buddhihi. So the cow ghee increases intelligence, buddhi, and also it helps in digestion of the things we eat. So Kalau Parashara Smritihi, we say, in Parasmriti, it is said Kshirodanam. The Odanam should be mixed with Kshira, that is cow milk, and also honey and cow ghee, of course, they added. Havishyana should be cooked. Then it should be divided into 4 parts. One part to be submitted, to be offered into the fire as Havirpaga, oblation. Another part should be given to the guests, whoever come there, mixing this with the big bowl of rice which is prepared. It can be mixed there. Then the third part be given to birds. Then birds and animals also. Cow is preferred very much. Adding some more rice, we can feed the animals and birds. And fourth part should be mixed with cow ghee, cow milk, and boiled smoothly and mixed with honey. So that mixture should be offered to God and then should be given to the child, considering the body of the baby as the temple. And this Paramanam is being offered to the Paramatma residing inside the body of the baby and all of us also. So while keeping that Paramanna with golden ring on the lower lip, these 4 mantras should be recited by the priest. Om Purapam Tvoshathinagum Tadrasam Prashayami. Then the father has to repeat that mantra and put that honey mixed food with the golden ring. So, Om Puvarapam Tvoshathinagum Rasam Prashayami. Om Suvarapam Tvoshathinagum Rasam Prashayami. Om Pur Puva Suvarapam Tvoshathinagum Rasam Prashayami. So, thus these are the mantras with which first time the food is given into the mouth of the baby. Deho Devalaya Prokto Jivo Deva Sanatanaha is the saying of Smruti. Sri Krishna Paramatma also said, Ishta Sarva Putanam Hrideshe Arjuna Tishtati. Paramatma stays in the hearts of all of us. So, to the newborn baby from the very Annaprasana Samskara, we are teaching that we are eating the prasada of God. And what we are eating, we are offering to Paramatma. We are offering to God residing in us. That is, we are not eating for ourselves. We are eating for the sake of Paramatma. Paramatma who is residing in us and outside also. So thus Paramatma is taking that food and he gives energy to us. So we should make it habituated to this type of behavior of life to the child. This is the tradition we got from our sages and ancestors. We all human beings grow due to the food, of course, we eat. Taittiriya Upanishad says, Annadeva Khalvimani Bhutani Jayante, Annadeva Jatani Jivanti, Annam Prayanti Api Samvishanti, Annam Brahmeti Vyanat. So, Annam is Parabrahman. All living beings are taking food, that is, taking birth from Annam only. All of us are being born by Annam. In fact, all the articles, objects, each and everything of the nature is considered to be Annam only. So, now we are taking birth from Annam because father, mother, they eat the food and then the baby is given birth. So, and we are living, sustaining our lives and body by eating food. Unless we eat food, we cannot live at all, not survive. And we are being merged into Annam only when we leave this body and go away. So, one should never blame or insult the food because food is Paramatma. Food is life to us. Food is everything to us. What all works people do, worldly works in this world, they do them for the sake of getting food only. Now, pranova annam, shariram annadam, prane shariram pratishtitam, Tasmad annam na nindyat tad vratam. Annam bahukurveta tad vratam. Annam should be honored. This is the vow. So thus in several ways the importance of food is explained. After the Annaprasana Samskara, this that is after doing all this, when the process is completed, then the Brahmins and Ritviks, that is the priests who come there, they recite the Anna Sukta. Anna Sukta is to be recited there, and then they bless the child and also both the mother and father, the parents also, and they bless all. So that is how all this process is being completed. And the parents also bless the child, baby, to get food throughout the life without any difficulty. So this Anna Sukta blesses the entire mankind, all living creatures, to be completely to get food throughout their lives. So the priest also blesses the parents and the baby especially to get food throughout the life. The food we eat and the food we feed the children, it is the divine herb powder. So we should pray that such a herbal powder should be should give us strength and vigor to us. Ahara shuddhau sattva shuddhihi, we say. So if food we eat is sattvika, then we get sattvika bhavas in us. So sattvika, then shuddha, and shuddhi we say. By shuddha means pure. We become shuddhi, we become pure. If the food we eat is sattvika and shuddha, then we will be very healthy and we will have sattvika gunas in us, that is divine qualities. So we should eat sattvika akara. It is said in Shastras that at the time of Annaprasana, we should praise Urja Shakti. Then we will get vigor. Urja is a wonderful divine power that exists in the nature and in us, the bodies also. So at the time of taking food, we should pray Goddess Annapurna Mata. Annapurne Sadapurne Sankara Prana Vallape Jnana Vairagya Sityartham Piksham Deki Cha Parvati. So for the sake of getting Vairagya, detachment, and getting knowledge, correct, right knowledge, Brahma Jnana, this Bhiksha is being sought. We must request Annapurna Devi to give us food. So our Bharata Desha is Krishi Prathana Desha. So it shines with spiritual knowledge also. It is our tradition to worship Anna Devata, recognizing the Mahima, the greatness of her, and keep our children under the protection of her. Thus our children start worshipping Goddess Annapurna Devi since Annaprasana Samskara. So this Samskara should be performed according to Shastra. Then after all this process is completed, women give Harati to the parents and baby also. The holy priest blesses all of them. Annapatir Annadu Varthamanu Puyaka. Thus he blesses. Master of Anna, who eats Anna, grow well, grow high. So Annapati is our prana, the life in us, the life force, vital force. This body is Annada, who eats the food. Our body and life prana should grow perfectly in the blessing, is the blessings that is given to us. So after doing Annaprasana, the child should be given is 1 spoon or 2 spoons full of such food prepared for him separately. So as a part of this Annaprasana, we celebrate a certain display and entertainment. With the child, the floor is cleaned, the floor nala as we say is to be cleaned. A carpet should be stretched on it. Then at a place, such objects like holy textbooks, ordinary school books, pen, pencil, slate, pencil, then chalk pieces, honey, gold chains, eatables like sweets, fruits with kitchen articles, doctors, stethoscope, etc., drawing sheets, then colors, color pens, pencils, brushes for painting, then turmeric, kunkuma, flowers, then kunkuma bharani, we say that box we keep, then God's idols, and then photos, etc. They should be kept near at a place in a neat manner, a little distance. Then the child should be kept at a little distance. So coming on the side of the articles, the baby should crawl and come. So standing at the back of the articles, we should call the baby with claps. Then the baby comes automatically crawling on the ground, and whatever the object the baby first touches or takes into the hands, that should be considered as the sign of its future. So future development in what sort of profession that baby is going to come. Afterwards, the baby should be taken into the hands, and then all the elders bless the baby once again to live long. Dirghayushman Bhava, Dirghayushmati Bhava, like that. So thus Annaprasana be performed traditionally. All living beings live and grow by eating food only. Taking such a food should start with devotion and gratitude to God, Paramatma. The aim of our life is to gain highest knowledge, Brahma Jnana, and get liberated. We must get moksha. While living, we should survive. That is, while we are alive, we must see that all the living beings also live happily without any hindrances and difficulties, because Paramatma gave birth to all the living creatures. So it is our duty to feed the animals, birds, beasts of the nature also, and to take care of plants, trees, and take care of rivers, etc. Then in arranging this sort of Vastu Pradarshana Veduka, as we say, parents will know what is the interested item to their child as Janmantara Samskara. And also in what sort of profession the child may shine. So in his life, the child should grow. So that may be encouraged, the child may be encouraged by the parents in that particular field of education. So then later, all the guests who come there also bless the baby. This is Annaprasana Samskara. Now, eighth one is Chuda Karma or Chaula Samskara. We say Puttu Ventrikal Theatre to remove the hair that comes to the living, that is baby at the birth, by birth. So this Chuda Karma Samskara is the ritual of removing the hair that came at the time of birth to the babies. This hair removal samskara should be performed within a year, mostly after 10th month, before 1 year of the baby's birth, or at the beginning of the 3rd year. During 2nd year, the hair should not be removed. This is done during odd months for boys and during even months for girls. Until then, the soft hair that was there on the head that protects the baby's soft head, and mostly that hollow place at the middle of the head, that is the madu, as we say. God gave us the most precious body and sent us into this world. We should purify ourselves with Vedic rituals and mantras and grow spiritually. And we must live righteously and dharmika way to extinguish the karmas, to gain knowledge, and to be liberated. So every part of the baby, even sense organs given by God to us at the time of our birth, that is most precious and very valuable, and to be guarded throughout the life, throughout our lives. But this congenital hair on the head should be removed completely. That should not be left over at all, even one hair. So remove that hair fully within 3 years. So by staying in the mother's womb, the hair soaks in the acidic waters, the hair gets dirty, becomes very dirty. That pollution did not go with just the bath or purifications. So that should be removed. Moreover, the Purva Janma Vasanas will be, that is past memories. They will be lingering to the hair. So the Shastra instructed us to remove this hair. So this is called as removal of birth hair samskara sacrament. It is said that if the congenital hair is removed, the defect will go away. Then the hair that comes later grows thicker, darker, and long, and looks more beautiful than this hair. So usually it is the custom for our Andhras to take off the hair at Tirumala and present that hair to Sri Lord Venkateswara Swami. Many people remove the hair of their children at some temples or shrines. If anyone wishes, can do this samskara at their house also. But mostly all of us, we offer this hair to Lord Venkateswara. So the scriptures say that Janmanuti Tritiye Varshe Chaulam Punarvasvo. Chuda karma should be done during 3rd year from the birth and in the Punarvasu Nakshatra, because it takes normally 1 year time for the head to become strong, a little hard. The middle part of the head called as Madu would be very soft and is like a little hollow. So Upanishads say that Paramatma enters into our body through that Brahma Rantra. And also Sahasrara Chakra would be there at that place only. So through Sahasrara Chakra, Paramatma entered into our body. So the hair should be removed at the end time of 1st year or beginning of 3rd year. It should not be done during 2nd year. Now, if the mother is pregnant, then within 5th month, this Chuda Karma can be performed to the child baby. That is this elder baby. After 5th month pregnancy of the mother, until delivery is over, this ceremony should not be done, hair removal. After fixing an auspicious muhurta to perform this ritual, they should request the priest to do puja, karyakrama and all. And they should fix a bar for this purpose. On the day, that is holy day, the mother and the child should take Mangala Snanas, holy bath, wear new clothes, do Vinayaka puja, then worship Agnihotra mainly, and do Agni Karya after worshipping Kuladevatas, Ishtadevatas. Then parents should inform the child about this prayer only and should prepare mentally ready for the removal. Otherwise, the child cries, saying that we must say, the parent should say that this hair is to be given to God. Then God will give you very beautiful, thick, new, long hair. Then the baby becomes very happy. We also must say that you will get very good buddhi and you will live happily and you will study a lot. Like that, if we say, the baby becomes happy. So in our Andhra families, mostly maternal uncle, Menamama, has to first cut the hair with scissors when the child sits on the lap of the father. Later, the barber may remove the hair, leaving pancha shikhas on the head first. And then mostly we never allow these pancha shikhas to be left over. Everything, complete hair should be removed. But certain people at certain different places, they leave a little these pancha shikhas, and they also later on auspicious day remove that, because that hair is to be fully removed. So this Panchashikas system is converted to, sent to Upanayana Samskara. So at the time of Upanayana, we leave Panchashikas and they remove the other hair. So after this Puttu Ventrikalu, then next time onwards, mostly for boys, the hair that grows on the head should be removed partly, having a shikha at the back, pilaka as we say. So after this process of hair removal, it is over, then Mangala Snana is, and new clothes the baby has to wear. Then the parents should give tambula with dakshina to that barber, and new clothes also should be given to that kshuraka who removed the hair. Then father has to collect that hair in a new cloth and offer to God. So Susruta Samhita and Charaka Samhita say that by this Chaula Samskara, the longevity and beauty will increase to the child. The Pancha Shikhas are observed at the time of Upanayana, and Shikha will be, it will be maintained throughout the lifelong. Then scholars call this ritual as Ayush Karma. So there are scientific and health aspects behind wearing a crown or having the shikha at the back of the head. That place is called as Muchkalagunta in our Telugu. We call in medical words medulla oblongata. So because this shikha, the hair is attached to it, our nervous system functions properly and actively. The word shikha reminds us of the flames of fire and also the top of the mountain. So wearing shikha means having a beam of spiritual energy and light. So those who wear the shikha will be able to attain spiritual progress and serenity, sanctity. Our Shastra says that all Hindus should have this shikha. Ladies, of course, we have jada. So in ancient times, all men had the same long, lengthy hair, just like women. Later, men used to keep only shikha and remove other hair. So in due course of time, due to foreign invasions and foreign rule also, certain changes took place in our in the practicing of our customs and traditions developed a little. So depending upon the prantiya bheda, slight differences may always be there. But we must follow our smriti granthas and do as per the verdicts of our sages. So by this, we can get spiritual growth also and can get liberation. Now, ninth samskara is Karna Veda Samskara, ear piercing ritual. Shastra says that the ear piercing samskara should be done both for girls and boys, babies also. It is said for the protection of the baby and also for decoration and for looking handsome. Rakshanartham, Aparanartham cha. However, the girls were told to have their ears also pierced as well as their nose also pierced. And ladies should wear golden ornaments to the ears and also nose ornaments called as mukkera, which protects the protects the longevity of husband, the girl when marries. So this ritual is usually performed at the end of 3rd year or at the beginning of 5th year. But mostly for girls, ear piercing is to be done before 1 year. So the nose is pierced before 10 years. So many diseases can be prevented by this samskara to both boys and girls. From the point of view of health also and medically, this cult is very great and of great significance. So by making the holes near the ear, that is to the ears, here this part, and letting the sunshine fall through that hole of the ears, nervous system is strengthened. The ovaries of the body are strengthened and nourished. So the girls must have their left ear pierced first and then right ear. But for boys, the right ear should be pierced first and then left ear with either golden string or silver string. Ravani, we say. So that is called as Ravani. With the Ravani, the goldsmith, he makes the hole. And a sort of small gold ring, chuttu as we say, would be left off there. Then the parent should give tambula with dakshina and new clothes to that goldsmith and honor him and salute him. The goldsmith blesses the baby and parents also. So after keeping these golden rings called as chuttu for some months or some years also, slowly the girls start wearing different varieties of beautiful earrings called as either lolakulu or duddulu, something. Sometimes studded with stones or diamonds also. Even boys wear gold ornaments or even diamond ear ornament also. Devala Maharshi says that it is sin to see the face of a Brahmin without his ears pierced. So the sun rays must go through the holes made on the ears. So by ear piercing samskara, we can hear the sounds of not only outside, but we can hear the sounds that come from our body. They are called as anahata. Chakra is there in our body. So that sound we can listen very clearly, which causes the spiritual development for us. So it is for the spiritual enlightenment of us. Even at foreign countries, people get their ears pierced with the intention of wearing a beautiful ornaments for decorating themselves, looking handsome. But our sages made it a custom, not just for decoration and looking handsome and beautiful, but it is for the welfare and well-being, for the health of the babies, all mankind, human beings, because there is scientific reason behind this custom. It prevents people from getting the disease called as hernia, we say, antravrutti, we say in Sanskritam. So nowadays we are calling as hernia, hydrocele, etc. Men get mostly hernia and hydrocele problems are common for men because mostly in those days, the gents, they never used to get their ears pierced. So this sort of problem comes. So in the olden days, it was never there, and it will not be seen mostly in the Brahmins who ever do their ears pierced. So not only for beauty, scientific reason is there, and health reason also is there. So this hernia problem is very, very less among women because they got their ears pierced and wear ear ornaments. In ancient times, all men and women used to wear ear ornaments, but in due course of time, maybe due to foreign invasions, Muslim Dandayatralu, as we say, then most of our customs got lost and started adopting the foreign methods when foreign British rule started to dominate us. So these earrings, duddulu, etc., we say this is one of Pancha Mangalya Chihnas. 5 Mangala Gurtulu, as we say, Chihnas are there. Jagadguru Sri Adishankara Bhagavad-pada says the reason why God Parameswara is intact and healthy, nothing happened to him, even though he drank the halakala, the most dreadful poison, is due to the power of the earrings of Parvati Mata. So, Tava Janani Tatanka Mahima, he says. So, the nervous system in our body is a wonderful creation of God. If there is pain at one place, the nerves in the other part will respond. So, when anything pricks on any part of the body, tears come out of our eyes. So, all this, that modern scientists, that is all of what all our Maharshis express the truths and asked us to follow, the same are being accepted by the modern scientists after doing so many experiments with all this technology and machinery. So our sages taught us how to respect each and every sect of human beings in the society. All professions are essential for livelihood. So they have developed a tradition of respecting those who are skilled, well versed in their own professions. So professionalism, no matter what they do, each girl does pranam to the bangles, and the one who wears the bangles to the hand, called as Gajala Malaram, we say. Every girl definitely bows down and does pranama to that bangles and also to that person who puts the bangles to the hand. So, and we give tambulam with dakshina to even that Gajala Malaram when he puts bangles to the hands. So, he also blesses us. And even to the washermen, also on certain occasions, we give tambula and new cloths also, and even old cloths at certain instances, along with tambula dakshina. And we do pranama, and washerman also blesses the girl, the children and parents also. We call that as kadupu chalava, coolness. We respect and salute each and every professional of society. After ear piercing and making Mangala Sutras, we give money, cloths with tambula and dakshina to the goldsmith, and we salute him. Similarly, we honor the Vagyayakaras and Vayijyakaras. Vayijyakaras means those who make sounds, drum beating, then Sannai, Dolu, Maddala, as we say, then Mrudangam. So, and flute also, whoever play all these, they are being honored. So at the time of Vivaha or Upanayana or on any holy activities, auspicious occasions, all these people are being honored by us. Thus, in the olden days, everyone lived with mutual love, regard, harmony, and happy life. So that sort of behavior is lacking a little now at present, present days. So this sort of behavior, the former orthodox method, the glory, that should be restored again. It would become possible only if we fully understand and practice our traditions, our customs, and our culture, and follow all the Shodasa samskaras, imitating the foreign culture. If we realize the greatness and benefit behind our rituals established by our sages, everyone would certainly practice and follow them and get benefited by them. So our Shastra tells us that the girls must get their nose pierced and ear ornaments also, called as mukkara, and then everything, mukku pudaka we say, that should be gold ornament also, either with a piral, a muchyamu we say, or a ruby, or with diamond, something studded to it. We can wear out of Navaratnas anything. Then the ear ornaments, ring ornaments, and nose ornaments, and bangles, they protect the nervous system very well, and sense organs function perfectly, and even the eyesight would be increased. That is, the drishti shakti will be increased. This sort of wearing these specs, etc. necessities, mostly they do not come. But some people, of course, nowadays it is coming. The Ida and Pingala and Sushumna, three major nerves, actually 1111 nerves are said to be in our body. Out of them, 110 nerves are very important. Out of them, 3 nerves are most important, and out of 3, Sushumna Nadi is the most important nerve that is there at the back of all of us. So these, wearing this Mukkupadaka, etc., the Ida, Pingala and Sushumna nerves will be stimulated, and they keep our body very healthy, and are they energized by healthy way of life, of course, given by our sages, we must follow. And our spinal cord also functions excellently. And then nasal piercing prevents the germs entering into the nose. And also it corrects the nervous system and makes the brain also and the body also function properly, which increases our span of life. So even nose ornament is considered as an auspicious sign, as one of Panchamangalya Chihnas for women. So women wear for the protection of their husbands, longevity of husband. The Sindura at Papida, this parting place, Papita we say, and Nalapusalu, the black beads chain on the neck, and Mattelu we wear to the fingers of the feet. All these also are Mangalya Dravyas. Along with them is this Muktara, and all the above 5 are worn by the women at the time of marriage, especially. But earrings, bangles, then Mukkupudaka, they will be there on the body even before the marriage. Since the birth, the chadu will be put and kunkuma we wear, tilakam. So they all are Sri Rama Raksha, we say, to the husbands. The Muktara protects the span of life of her husband. Shastra says that if the exhaled breath left by the bride during the marriage time ceremony touches the hands of her husband, if she does not have the Muktara, then his span of life would be decreased a little. So this nose ornament, Muktara, protects the span of life of husband. Suppose some ladies do not, some girls do not have their ears pierced. Then what to do? Shastra says that in such cases, when the husband brings the hands with the Mangala Sutras to tie to the neck of the bride, then immediately the girl should start taking breath slowly till the husband completes tying the Mangala Sutras over the neck and puts 3 knots completely. This girl should she should take the breath very slowly, hold the breath. She should not exhale. She should not leave that breath. Then till that 3 knots are put, and then knots are being worshipped with kunkuma and pasupu, turmeric and kumkum. Then when he removes the hand, slowly she can leave, exhale. So that prevents the defect of not having the Muktara on the nose. Okay, this is the Karnaveda Samskara, which is very significant and very good for health. Now, 10th Samskara is Aksharabhyasa Samskara. After completing this Aksharabhyasa Samskara, we will say Swasti for today, and tomorrow we will start Upanayana Samskara, which is very essential, important, especially for Brahmin boys. Aksharabhyasa Samskara, we say Akshara Abhyasa. Prano Devi Saraswati Vaje Pirvajini Vati Thinam Avitriyavatu. We must bow down to Parvati, Saraswati Mata, and also Parvati Parameswara also. This Aksharabhyasa means to practice letters. Aksharas. Akshara. Kshara means that which is being destroyed, that which perishes. Akshara means imperishable, that which will not perish at all. So non-destroyable. The ultimate goal of human life is to know that imperishable Brahman and get liberation. How to know this Akshara Tattva, which is as Antaryami in this universe, in the lives of all of us? It is by Sravana, Manana and Nidichyasana. So for this, it is very important to listen, to read, to write, and to speak, utter all the letters. So what all we listen, we must repeat. We have to say, and what all we read, we have to write. What all we write, we must read. All these capacities should be developed for each and every human being. For this, it is enough to listen to the, of course, if we say just to listen to the words of mother, father, brothers and all, by listening, we learn a lot. The baby, the children learn a lot, but that is not sufficient. We should be able to read and write. So how can we write? How can we read? So for the sake of that, this Akshara Abhyasa performed. So we should be able to pronounce the letters properly and be able to write the letters. So that should be made practice. We must get habituated to that. So this practice of learning the letters, to know the letters, to read and pronounce properly, it is very essential to start this process on an auspicious day. And the father, it is the duty of the father, parents of course, but father, to make his children, girl and boy babies, to get initiated into this study method. So thus taking our hand into his hand, father starts to teach us how to write the letters, making us write the letters he wrote on the slate. So this is called as Aksharabhyasa. Now Aksharabhyasa is that ritual which makes the child learn writing the letters, utter the letters, and make him travel in the direction by which the child travels in the direction of final aim of getting Brahma Jnana, ultimate knowledge, and get liberated. So that can be possible only with the blessings of Saraswati Mata and Parameswara. Ishvara Sarva Bhutanam. He is the, we are telling all this in detail, of course. So Saraswati Mata is the Vidyati Devata. So we pray Saraswati Devi at the beginning of this and throughout. Whenever we start reading, writing anything, we pray any sloka in praise of Goddess Saraswati. So that pious and most important sacrament called Aksharabhyasa gives us the knowledge of all the letters, starting from A to Ha or Ksha, as we say. So all these letters are the forms of Goddess. They are all gods. Divinity is there, and all the letters got their Adhisthana Devatas. All the letters got colors. All the letters got meanings. All the letters are having phonetic sounds. So we must do Abhyasa to know that. Thus, to get initiated this worship of letters, to know the tattva, the nature of the letters, is called as Aksharabhyasa. Now, actually, why we have to bow down and do a pranama to Ishvara, not only to Saraswati Mata, because it is Parameswara who gave this power to Saraswati Mata. So, Ishana Sarva Vidyanam Ishvara Sarva Bhutanam Brahmadhipatir Brahmanodhipatir Brahma Sivome Astu Sada Sivom. This is the mantra given in Vedas. So, God Parameswara is the Lord of all Vidyas, all lower and higher, Laukika and Paralaukika, Akshara and in normal knowledge also. So even for Laukika Vidyas, we have to pray. To get Brahma Jnana also, we have to pray. So the knowledge belonging to Parabrahman is called as Akshara Vidya. All this Laukika knowledge is called as Kshara Vidya. Kshara Shakshara Evacha. Dwa Mundakopanishad says there are two Vidyas called as Kshara and Akshara, Para and Apara. Para Apara Vidyas. So that is why at the time of Aksharabhyasa, the greatest Siddha mantra of Parameswara, Shadakshari Mahamantra or Panchakshari Mahamantra, would be given to the child by the father, but not in the form of mantra, But that Siddha mantra of Parameswara, Om Namah Shivaya mantra, is being given to the child by the father at the very Aksharabhyasa time. That is why father is the first guru to each and every individual, because Mantropadesha is being done through Aksharabhyasa. We call this as Vonamalu Didduta in our Telugu. So after this Aksharabhyasa Samskara, children would be sent to the school to study and learn to read and to write and gain knowledge. So when should this Aksharabhyasa be done to the children? That we should know according to Shastra only. Shastra says, actually Jyotish Shastra says, उदगर्के पंचमे अब्दे पंचमे मासि पंचमे दिवसे अपि च बालानां अक्षर ग्रहणं स्मृतम्. It should be done on the 5th day of 5th month of 5th year of the baby. So when the baby takes birth, 5th year should come, 5th month should come, then on 5th day that Aksharabhyasa is to be done. Then we need not have to Muhurta on any tithi, any day, we can perform. That is most auspicious for her or him. Otherwise, we have to see an auspicious Muhurta if we cannot perform on that particular day. Now, mostly Vasanta Panchami Tithi is very glorious for auspicious Muhurta for Aksharabhyasa and also Upanayana. Similar is Vijaya Dashami. Vijayadashami Tithi and Panchami Tithi of each and every month, any month, they are very holy for Aksharabhyasa. Because Panchami Tithi is the Tithi, birth Tithi of Goddess Saraswati Mata. So it is very much favorable Tithi for getting educated. So during Uttarayana, on any Panchami Tithi, this Aksharabhyasa can be celebrated. In Bruhaspati Smriti, it is said like this: Shanmasiketu Samprapti Pranti Sanjayate Yataha Thatrakshārani Spashtani Patra Chudan Yatak Para. So for the newborn babies, nothing would be known till 6 months. Of course, they know instinctively, they have certain powers. Whenever they feel hungry, they cry. They know how to take the milk inside. Of course, they know all these instincts are there. That knowledge is there. But otherwise, till 6th month, even though they start recognizing the faces and touch of mother, father, relatives and all, from since 3rd month onwards, even then, till 6th month, concrete knowledge will not be there to the children. They cannot concentrate and focus. But after 6th month, mostly the children can concentrate. They can observe keenly. So then onwards, Shastra says, we can teach the children. So even though they cannot repeat, if we are going on repeating, reciting either Veda mantras or suktas or slokas, Padyamalu as we say, Subhashitas, etc., the children also, Sotas, Dandakas and all, unknowingly, their mind also repeats that. They grow a little easily. If they read once, they can learn it by heart. So that power develops. So even when they are at the at this age, that is, they express, of course, all these feelings, but have the capacity to grasp. So that is the greatness. So thus babies learning begins with the listening, hearing first. Then they try to repeat when they grow a little. When they start uttering, they speak of 1 letter words, then 2 letters, 3 letters. Slowly they start talking fluently. So the mother and father are the first teachers to the children always. Then the grandparents also, and who elders are, even elder sisters and brothers also, they are all teachers only to babies. Now thus slowly, as the time passes, the child learns a lot by listening from elders and all. Then they start questioning. They develop inquiring, inquisitiveness, and then they question What all questions they put, the parent should patiently answer them. Then only they will develop and grow physically, mentally, very nicely. So in Yajnavalkya, Smriti says that the child should be initiated into education by doing Aksharabhyasa Samskara at the age of 5th or 7th year also. Until then, the child can be taught to learn by heart the poems of Ramayana, Bharata, Bhagavata, Bhagavad Gita, or Devata, Stotra, Sumati Sataka, Veman Sataka, etc. All. We can narrate the stories of Panchatantra, Hitopadesha, stories of Srimad Ramayana, etc. Prahlada Charita, Dhruva Charita, Sravana Kumara story, etc. They can be taught. They will grasp. A lot of grasping power is there in the children. Orally, we can teach anything, but only thing is they should not write. We should not allow them to write the letters till Akshabhyasa is performed. But nowadays, children are being sent to nurseries even at the age of 2 years and 2.5 years for nursery. So it is becoming essential for us to do Aksharabhyasa during 3rd year only. So we have to do at 3 plus they are in LKG. So before that nursery is there. So even before that only at nursery they may start teaching. So we must instruct them not to make the child write. So till Akshabhyasa is done. Then after getting a bit of letters and all, the child becomes ready to read, write. Then Aksharabhyasa should be performed. Then after Aksharabhyasa, the child should be habituated to get up at Brahmi Muhurta. That is early morning, 4:30 to 5. The child should get the habit of awakening and make it a habit to take bath immediately, then read, write, and memorize, practicing study, uttering the letters loudly. He must read. Sri Ramachandra, as soon as the Akshabhyasa is performed, for him, they did Churika Bandhana, that is cord to the waist, because he is to take the slate and chalk piece, or balapamu as we say, a slate pen in the hand. It is very essential for all human beings to study and acquire knowledge. To do any work, knowledge is very essential. Thinking power develops by study and education. So one has to study. In ancient times, that is all our Shastras, they are being taught to all children. In the olden days, we used to study like that. And orally, they have studied for generations to generation. Orally, Guru taught the disciples, and students learned by heart and became gurus and passed it on. Thus, for generations, orally, all the Veda mantras are preserved. The entire knowledge, Vaidika Vangmaya, is being preserved. So many people were ekasantha grahis. Just by listening once, they can learn it by heart. If once the Guru preaches 10 times, the disciple has to repeat, then 100 times the disciple has to do manana. Then it completely sticks into the brain. So that is the pathati, method of study. So thus through this Guru Sishya Parampara, the Vedas and Shastras were preserved for lakhs and crores of years, we can say. But due to the cruel behavior of Mushkaras, who burnt our countless Shastra Granthas and Tadapatras, manuscripts, everything, many of our Vedas were lost. Even the branches of Vedas also were being lost, thus in due course of time. Even then, we Bharatiyas are at Guru Sthana, at a very highest place over the head among the world in many Vidyas, especially Tattva Jnana, Vedanta, philosophy we say, and spirituality. Formerly, our Vidyas had been preserved only orally, later writing on Tadapatras. Nowadays, of course, printing on papers and books are come So there is no problem at all. So Sri Vedavyasa Maharshi, without stopping, actually Vedavyasa Maharshi wrote Mahabharata. Then he wanted a lekaka. Then Ganapati came forward to write it with a condition that when he starts writing, he should not be made to stop. So uninterruptedly, Vyasa Bhagavan should narrate. Then only he will become the writer. Then Vyasa Bhagavan also kept a condition that whatever Ganapati is writing, he must understand and then write. So thus continuously Veda Vyasa Bhagavan narrated Mahabharata, and Ganapati wrote this entire Mahabharata. Then here and there, whenever he wanted a little few seconds of time, Vyasa Bhagavan gave very hard slokas so that Ganapati takes time to understand them. So thus when this taking Khanta, when he started to write on palm leaves, then onwards the sages said that this Akshara Vyasa has started even for human beings. So thus this Akshavyasa has come into practice. Normally this Aksharabhyasa is being done to Brahmins at the age of 3 and for all other castes at the age of 5. Now let us know the procedure of Aksharabhyasa, which is not only a ritual but is also celebrated as a festival, inviting all the relatives and friends. This can be performed at Basara Kshetra or Vargal or any temple of Saraswati Mata, Jnana Saraswati temple, or even at house also. Because even at our house itself is Devalaya, gods are there. So on the selected auspicious day, the parents and child should take holy bath, Mangala Snana, wear new clothes, do a Ganapati Puja. A big puja mantapa is to be prepared if performed at house. Then goddess Saras Vinayaka puja is to be done. Then Ishtadevata Kuladevata pujas, Nitya pujas are to be done. Yaga is to be done. Then Saraswati Mata is to be worshipped particularly and very specially. And then Subramanyeswara Swami, Hayagriva Swami, Dakshinamurti, all these Charada Mata, the portraits we can keep, our idols are worshipped and recite. Even Ramayana, Bharata, Bhagavata, Bhagavad Gita, Grantha should be kept there and even they are to be worshipped. Then after doing Ganapati Puja, then Ganapati Puja with Haridra Ganapati we do. Then Goddess Saraswati Mata along with all other deities also should be worshipped, and Shodasopachara Puja, Nitya Puja, etc. are to be done. Then on one slate, father has to write Omkara, the Pranava Bijakshara, Pranavakshara. Then on the other side of that slate, Sri should be written. Sri is very holy as Omkara. So parents should make the child worship that slate, and that slate and slate pencil are to be kept at Puja Dravya's place only, separately for the sake of this girl or boy. Now the father should take into his hands a big silver plate and rice full of that plate. Keeping the child on his lap, the father should draw 2 lines as we did at the time of Namakarana. So if we draw 2 lines, 3 parts will be coming there. Then at the top part, Om Na Maha should be written. Then in the middle part, Shiva Yaha should be written. Then at the bottom part, Siddham Namaha should be written. Now the father has to take the hand of the child, should make her write the same letters on the same letters he wrote. Later, taking the slate into hand, father should hold the hand of the baby, and while uttering loudly and making the child utter O Namaha Shivayaha Namaha. This is the way of initiating into Panchakshari Shadakshari Mahamantra. So while writing on this slate, the baby repeats that. Then keeping the slate and slate pencil, make the baby worship the slate and slate pencil and the letters on rice with turmeric, kunkuma, chandana, flowers, akshata, sandal, shodasopachara puja. is to be done. Then giving dhupa, deepa, naivedya, Mangala Harati is to be given there. When the father is chanting the Panchakshari Mahamantra, though not in the original form, even then the spiritual power of that mantra enters into the body of himself and the baby. Also, the most sacred Panchakshari Mahamantra can be given only by a guru to a disciple at proper time when we grow. Now, at the time of Akshavyasa, because this is the Siddha mantra, all other mantras, when we do sadhana, then only the mantra comes to us, Siddhi. But here, this is already Siddhi mantra, so it can be given initially, indirectly. Now we are giving, the father is giving. It will be written and given to the child by the father, but not in the form of a mantra. Rishis chanted it and gave it to us. We have to follow that. So every child is not Prahlada or Dhruva, such great devotees, to receive the very powerful mantras directly. Even at the age of 5, Narada Maharshi gave them these 12 akshara, Dvadasakshara Mahamantras. So here in Akshapyasa Samskara, our Maharshis arranged it in such a way that the power of Siddha Mantra is given to the child through father. Now onwards, the child should adopt the method of that nothing belongs to me, everything is given by God. O na maha, na, it is not mine. Shivaya, that is, it is of Shiva, it belongs to God. So that knowledge is being taught to the child even at the time of Akshara Pyasa, because everything belongs to God. Isavasyam idam sarvam. So the auspicious Siddha mantra, Namaha means I bow down, I salute, I do pranama. And also Namaha means not mine. This is not mine. This is of God. So this Adhyatmika Vidya is given at the time of Aksharabhyasa itself. God Shiva is directly Brahma Vidya. Then it is by the favor of Paramatma, Ishvara, that Saraswati Mata is giving us this knowledge of letters to us. We say Panchakshari Mahamantra with Pranava and say Siddham Namaha. So, but now Pranava is not uttered fully, only O we say. Om we are not saying. O Namaha, like that we are splitting the letters and saying. So, Siva Yaha. Yaha means actually it is a pronoun of Yechabda. Yaha means he who. So, he who utters this will get Siddhi. So, Shiva means auspiciousness. Shiva is Sarvamangala, Parvati Devi. So, Shiva includes Shiva and Shiva. Parvati, Parameswara, both, because they are inseparable. Who are the word and its meaning. Parvati and Parameswara are the word and its meaning. The word and its meaning are inseparable, avibhajya. So the Shivani Tattva is eternal and exists permanently. That is why it is Siddha. So this mantra is so powerful because it is Siddha mantra. Whoever utter this mantra, this mantra yields their desires, fulfills. At the time of Akshapyasa, the child is made to worship such a great mantra and Shiva Parvatis and Parvati Parameswara and Paramatma Parabrahman also. The word Siddhi is the name of Bhagavan. Siddhyai Namaha, we say. Thatre Namaha, Siddhyai Namaha. So salutations to Parameswara, Siddhi Devata. So Siddhi means Sarva Karya Siddhi. Then Jnana Siddhi, Moksha Siddhi, Icha Siddhi, everything. Parameswara gives us all these siddhis. That is why we always pray Parvati and Parameswara. The child is made to worship Parvati Parameswara. Vagartha vimamprukto Vagartha Pratipattaye Jagata Pitarau Vamde Parvati Parameswarau. We worship Parvati and Parameswara because they are inseparable like the word and its meaning. So when the child worships Ganesha, Shiva Parvati, Saraswati Mata, and books and slates, everything, etc., then she or he, the baby, should distribute slates and pencils and books also to all the children who come there, who are present there, except the slate kept for the baby. That should be kept with the baby only. Parents should make her recite the Saraswati Stotra Shlokas. Then priest will recite Saraswati Sukta also. Then we say Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade, Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade, Kamarupini, all these slokas, all of you know. Talli Ninnu Dalanchi Pustakama Chaitan Punitin, you know all these slokas, Padyas and all. Then Saraswati Dwadasha Nama Stotra, a very wonderful stotra. Even because time is already over, I am not repeating. Otherwise, I used to repeat all these slokas. Then Saraswati Tviyandrishtva Veena Pustakadharini Das, 12 names of Saraswati are there. Then Potana Machya, who translated Srimad Bhagavata into Telugu, then he gave a very wonderful one Telugu Padyam poem, which contains the complete power of all the Saraswati Suktas of all Vedas, and even all the Bijaksharas were kept in that Padyam, in that poem. So if we listen, we get that, we receive that power. Sharada Niradendu Khadasara Patira Marala Mallika Hara Tushara Fena Rajatachala Kasya Panisha Kunda Mandara Sutha Payuthi Sita Tamara Samara Vakini Supakara Tanuppu Ninnu Madhikanaga Nennadu Kalparati. That is how he lamented to have the darshana of Saraswati Mata, and he got. Immediately Saraswati Mata gave her darshana to him. So after all this process is completed, they should give harati to the baby and to the parents. This is the Aksharabhyasa Samskara. All should bless the child. Then the baby, they should bless the child as Chiranjiva. Then Dirghayushman Bhava, Dirghayushmati Bhava, Saraswati Kataksha Siddhi Rastu, Parameswara Anugraha Prapti Rastu. These are the blessings to be given to the baby. Then the child should be accustomed to wake up at Brahmi Muhurta, taking bath and keeping Tilakam Bottu Bindu herself or himself. Should keep Kunkuma to Goddess Saraswati Mata after Vinayaka Puja, of course, to Vinayaka and then to Saraswati Mata, and then start to learn by heart the poems, slokas, lessons, study material, what all are there. So very good culture and good education will be gained by this process. Even the Rakshasa Hiranyakasipu praised the greatness of study, and he sent his son Prahlada to Gurukula, to the Guru's Chandamarkalu, we say, and got him educated. He said that if people study, then only they get the discriminative power. Otherwise, this knowing what is good, what is bad, they cannot know. So it is very essential. Chaduvaga valayunu janulaku. So they say everybody has to study. And so he has sent it. Then Prahlada, after studying, when he has returned to home, he said, Chadivinchiri Nanugurulu, Chadiviti Dharmarthamukya Shastrambulu, Ne Chadivinavi Kalavu Pekulu, Chaduvulalo, Marmamilla, Chadiviti Tandri, he said. And what that marma, it is Haripatti. So Jnana Devatu Kaivalyam. So by this we can get liberation. By which knowledge we get Brahma Jnana, that is the real education. And for this Akshara Pyasa is the starting and stepping, first step, first foot. So Swasti for today.
Namaskaram, Dhanyavadalu. Very nice that the importance of Aksharabhyasa is very well explained. And now since the time is not there, we'll go for Prarthana.
Yes.
Krishna Kumar
Yes.
Garu. Krishna Kumar Garu.
చెప్తున్నానండి.
Right.
స్వస్తి ప్రజాభ్య పరిపాలయంతాం న్యాయేన మార్గేణ మహీమహీషాః गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोका समस्ता सुखिनो भवन्तु काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितो ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः अपुत्राः पुत्रिणः सन्तु पुत्रिणः सन्तु पौत्रिणः अधनाः सधनाः सन्तु जीवन्तु शरदां शतं सत्यं वद धर्मं चर स्वाध्यायान्मा प्रमदः सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः सर्वे जनाः सुखिनो भवन्तु स्वस्ति
ధన్యవాదాలండి. Now let us all raise for national anthem. जनगणमन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तब जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे जय हिंद जय हिंद. Just a minute.